It's alright.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome back to the fourth wall, and hopefully you can hear our voices clearer.
Yes,
We're
hopefully.
trying to update our fucking sound.
Wasted $100.
I hope this works.
Oh, mate, if it doesn't.
That's alright.
Well,
We've done alright.
yeah, we're doing alright. It's what, 4 videos in? 4 or 5?
Well, how many have we released?
4, I think. 2 Oscar ones, Annihilation Review, and Taxi Driver, which will be out tomorrow.
Tomorrow. And
Well, it'll be out by the time you hear
Suspiria,
this.
And then what else was?
Don't know.
Favourite film?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah,
Alright.
that's the one.
That's what's coming up.
A little insight.
Yes. Exactly.
But
Alright.
today we're going to talk about CGI versus practical effects.
Mm.
Because
because it's really one of those big statement, it's one of those big sort of,
gather your words.
yeah, I should have a dictionary with me and forget half the time. It's because I'm drinking at the moment, so.
Midlife crisis.
It fucking is. 26, it's quarter life. I'm done. It's just one of those debates that have been going on for a long time in film.
From forever.
For a long time.
Like
Ever
20s
since
or whatever.
CGI, ever since CGI got better in the later 2000s.
Yeah.
It's been
especially after The Matrix. I feel like it's just plummeted everything.
Especially, if you got a big studio behind you, it can look kind of cool. But, if you're an independent, don't fucking do CGI. If you're an independent,
no. Like, you always watch those B movies of the Tremors and...
Tremors is great. No, it's not fucking CGI.
No, but if it's not CGI.
Tremors is amazing. Right up there. Oh, fantastic.
And then you have, all those horrible films with bad CGI and trying to be like Alien or whatever. But, yeah, it just all comes down to money and just lazy filmmaking, pretty much.
Yeah. I love it because you're defending,
well, today I'm defending CGI.
Sort of defending, but we're just putting notes out.
What have I said to concede?
Yeah. And I'm a horror man, so Prac was my fucking go-to.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, and you liked... Fuck off, cat! It's being fed. I was watching a documentary on special effects. And they showed the whole Planet of the Apes in the 2000
the Tim Burton one.
Tim Burton, that's right. And I'm like, fuck, that's cool. And then you were talking about you enjoy War of the Planet of the Apes and all the motion capture. And I'm just like, yeah.
I mean, it's CGI can help the story because it makes it more realistic and it's more grounded. I like my grounded stuff. I don't like the fantastical, out there films all that much. I do like them, but
as in
prefer to the groundbreaking,
the whole
realism.
sort of Hobbit, Lord of the Rings fantasy.
I like them, but it's not my type of films. But yeah, with War for the Planet of the Apes and Dawn and Rise and all that. I like the motion capture stuff because it's very...
I mean, it's good.
You can do more stuff with it.
But, I just feel when you're watching the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes, good or bad film, whatever you think about, it's just cool seeing the actual actors there.
Yeah.
Fucking... And being apes, too. Just Paul Giamatti with the limp and the fucking hunchback. It's just... It gives people more jobs.
That's true.
That's the one good thing about Prac. It gives a lot of people jobs.
And it doesn't get outdated.
No.
For example,
really.
if you watch a bad 60s film with CGI, you can totally tell the CG in it, and it just takes you out of the film.
Yeah.
But if you use practical effects, you can just...
Yeah, exactly.
It's timeless.
It's there in the film. You fucking know it's real.
Yeah.
It's being filmed in front of the camera.
So do you want to start off by talking about practical.
Might as well.
A brief history.
A brief little history about prac effects. Now, the thing with practical effects, it's a little bit of an umbrella term because not only does it do makeup, it also sort of has sets as well. Because when you watch Voyage to the Moon and you see the rocket going through the eye, that's they're practical effects there. The whole Metropolis and all that, like set builds and like all D.W. Griffith's stuff back in the day, all the fucking huge sets that are built.
Yeah.
That's fucking very difficult to do CGI back in 1915, but
without computers or whatever.
Exactly. What is a computer? Yeah, so it has a little bit of umbrella term. So like, I feel you can still put in all the stuff that Buster Keating did with. There's a scene where what was it? Steamboat Junior or something? Steamboat Bill Junior.
I don't know. I can't remember.
It's just a big like gust of wind, and he's fucking forceful, and he's like, and shit's just flying past him and all that, and especially when the front of the house falls down, and he's like down that window, just like fucking perfectly marked.
Yeah.
I mean, I consider that a part of practical effects.
Oh, it is
100%.
Because it's just like practical effects is just the definition of doing something in the frame or in the camera that you can watch.
It's like practical. It's like doing something. Yeah. It's like prac work.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they tell you at school. Let's do some prac.
Even like costumes or whatever.
Yeah.
If you watch Beauty and the Beast, the new one that came out last year, like the Beast's costume was all CGI. Most of the house was CGI as well. With the lighting as well.
I wonder if they could just got like a fucking 7-foot big guy. This is a guy that played Ed Kemper in fucking Mindhunter. Just get him to be the Beast.
Just the monotone dull.
Exactly. When the Beast disappears, it just comes down to fucking Tom Hiddleston or whatever girls are into these days.
It's like Hulk.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Anyway, moving on from that. There are a few people who have done extraordinary work. One notable is Lon Chaney, who did his own effects for Phantom of the Opera, the old school. So he had like wires coming out and pulling down his eyelids and lifting up his nose. Jesus. And he just like did all this stuff. It's sort of like, I remember reading up that like Rowan Atkinson was just in the front of the mirror making faces, and that's how he just came up with Mr. Bean. He just made faces. So I feel like Lon Chaney did the same, of just like moving his face in different sort of fucking areas just to create a monster. So Lon Chaney is probably like one of the early guys you can call a prac effects artist, as well as Jack Pierce, who did Frankenstein.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yep.
And that Frankenstein is the one we all know, and everyone's trying to imitate it. And
he's like, that's the best version of the films so far, because you've had heaps of remakes with I, Frankenstein with Aaron Eckhart, and they did heaps of CGI on that, and it was like more action.
Robert De Niro was a Frankenstein, but it's weird. Lately...
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah. Lately, I've noticed that newer Frankenstein, sort of different Frankensteins, like Robert De Niro and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and the Frankenstein in Penny Dreadful, they're more like just normal human. They don't have that big top cut. They're just more human, but they got more scars and like looks like a fucking metal bolts attaching something together in their head. So they're looking a bit more human.
Yeah.
No, like electric probes in their neck.
No. Because I feel like that's more old-fashioned, and people would be like, "Oh, we need to change it around and
trying
to be more realistic."
Today bullshit.
And they just ruin the film about it.
I don't mind Penny Dreadful. It's alright. But yeah, so Jack Pierce made that. Through the years, the one guy who stands out, and I watched a documentary called Fantastic Flesh. It's an hour long. It's pretty much just like a little brief history of special effects and all that. And one guy that's praised the most is a guy called Dick Smith. And now, no, right? Not the same Aussie guy that has his Vegemite and all that. No, different Dick Smith. He did the makeup for Exorcist and Amadeus, where he won the Oscar.
Yeah.
And he's one of the best guys, because it's not like just normal blood and gore and all that shit. It's one of the best to actually age people.
Yeah.
Because when you watch The Exorcist, Max von Sydow is like 40 or something in that film, but he looks like he's fucking 70.
Yeah,
like
he looks like what he is now.
Yeah, exactly. He looks like what he is now. 40 years after the film, he looks like what he is now. And during that film, they said that the makeup was so like, it was that fucking good that Max had trouble finding work because everyone thought he was old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everyone thought he was old, but he was actually 40 gone. Oh,
jeez.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. So that's how good Dick Smith was. He was good at aging people.
Yeah.
He just talk about, one of the guys just saying, oh, look at me, I can make all this blood and guts and I can make a vein pop out of your neck and with all your stab wounds look cool. And then one of the guys just said, that's all cool, well and easy, but sculpt me a nose. Sculpt me a nose and come back to me. And you just sort of think about, that's fucking difficult.
It is.
It's easy.
It is.
It's very hard to do the things you think are easy, like to actually do an ear and a nose to make it like symmetrical in the face.
Yeah. And to keep it there as well, like the right fitting.
Yeah, because you can just fucking do a little stab where you glue it on and then Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
But like with the subtle stuff, that's more difficult.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to draw a painting and you just draw like big objects, like that's fun. But if you want to draw like minor details, it's more impressive.
Yeah, and it all comes in. You've probably noticed it a lot in movies too, where it's just special effects makeup are there just to sort of age someone just a little bit more.
Yeah, that's like the film Looper with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, because he's got the prosthetics on
his
nose.
And he looks like Bruce Willis.
Yeah, the chin.
Yeah, he had a chin, a nose, and eyebrows.
Cheeks.
Yeah.
Cheekbones. Yeah.
Just make him look older, like Bruce Willis.
It was
because they played the same character.
Yeah.
In different times.
But when I first saw him, I thought he looked like fucking Marv in Sin City. His face was just like the flat. It was weird. I don't know if that was. And I didn't see Bruce in Joseph at all. Everyone was just like, he looks like him. I was like, no. I've watched Moonlighting. Bruce does not fucking look like that when he was mid-30.
No, it's just they just tried to get the nose and the eyes properly.
You know, it's good. At least they didn't do like what they did with I thought it was the first Captain America. They just got
Chris Evans' head on a little small body.
And I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Then like if you like
it's the most retarded looking thing I've ever seen.
Because that came out in 2011 and I watched it that year and I thought, it's pretty good, because I was like, I don't know, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
But now you can totally tell. You can it's just blatantly
you put your
out
head
there.
in shame. You're like, oh no.
You can totally tell.
Exactly. I think that's the funny thing about CGI. It's like after some time, because CGI is always progressing. After some time, you look back, it's like, oh fuck, you did that.
It's like
and you always think it's like, oh, we're so advanced right now, but like 5 years ago we weren't that advanced, and we did that, didn't we?
Yeah, it's like if you make a car in 2000, and then in 50 years' time they'll have like hover cars or whatever, and then they'll look back.
Why didn't we do this 20 years before?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. What can I say? Dick Smith, big man. In the horror world, it's Tom Savini. A lot of people should know. He did Dawn of the Dead, fucking maniac. He's a horror man. He's a splatter king. And Greg Nikito. He got I think he got an Oscar for Chronicles of Narnia.
Okay, the first one.
Yes, I think that was nominated. I think he won.
What
His
for?
whole team.
For
Effects, like special.
for the White Witch and all that.
Well, for like all the fawns and the buffalo.
Oh, right.
Buffalo people.
James McAvoy.
Yeah. It was actually in that documentary saying James was the last person that got cast, and it was like coming up close to shooting, so they were just like, "Fucking hurry up, we
had
need
to get
someone.
the fittings right.
We
Yeah,
have to get everything right. Let's go."
Jeez.
And the first time you meet James, I think, is the first shot they ever did.
Oh wow.
Where
Okay.
he's just like, "Oh, you, the daughter of Eve." It's like, not religious, but yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, that film is very religious, with Aslan being Jesus, where he, spoiler alert, he dies at the end, but then he comes back and he's resurrected, and then it's very religious.
Yeah, it's great. It's cool because I love it, but you don't. It's not. I like film. It doesn't push religion. You have to actually think that it's a religious film.
Yeah.
Tones on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, it's because you go through a fucking wardrobe and there's fawns and dwarfs and fucking fantasy world. All then it's like talking lines, nothing different when you go in this world.
Yeah.
And then I think would it be just like a kick in the ass to fucking religion? How religion's just a fantasy world, because they are.
It's not real.
Yeah, exactly. Who's Priest Caspian? Who would be like a
Moses.
Judas? Moses, yes, fucking Moses. I wonder who Judas is.
Oh, Judas would be that. No, Judas would be Edmund, the guy who betrays the group and goes to the White Witch and wants the power and the money for it.
Oh, the son.
Yeah, the brother. Yeah,
the brother
that betrays the group and.
I only remember 3 films.
Yeah, there's like 3 or... There's a new one coming out, I think. I might be wrong, though.
There's like 4 stories?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't... I don't know.
Stop coming here eating fucking... Anyway. I did talk about Buster Keaton, did I? Yeah. Yeah. So as I mentioned before, it's Buster Keaton doing all his...
He was a legend.
He was fucking brilliant.
Like that house one, and then you've got the guy him on the train.
And yeah, on the front of the train.
With the planks and the...
Yeah, fucking everything's just perfect. And then Jackie Chan pretty much reintroduces that in 70s, 80s, 90s now. So Jackie's like that Asian...
Yeah, that's true.
Buster Keaton, really. And you just watch some of his stuff, like he's jumping off a cliff onto a hot air balloon, and you're like, you fucking...
Who, Buster or Jackie?
Jackie.
Oh, yeah.
Is that ahead of...
Yeah.
I'm fucking Jesus.
I don't think stuntmen would be
God,
up for that.
That's right. He's a stuntman first, filmmaker, actor later, so he's like, I could do that, it's alright. I think that's just a quick overview for your little CGI.
I'll do that.
Yeah, you can do your little
little history, a brief history.
Brief history of CGI. Wow, when the computer was made.
Actually, the first film that used 2D CGI was Westworld back in the
Westworld
73.
I fucking love Westworld.
The film.
Because
so the story's about like a futuristic theme park where you go in and you can pretend to be in the West.
Yeah, there's 4 different worlds. There's like a Roman, Western...
A future, I think. Is future one? Yeah.
I
don't know, I can't...
think so. I know there was like 3 or 4 different worlds.
Yeah.
And it's cool because Yul Brynner like pretty much plays the same character you did in Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Angry Cowboy.
And so he plays it like this robot cyborg character.
Yeah, they're all robots and like... I'm taking your light here.
No,
just explaining the film, but like it's like booking a holiday just to live in another world and like sort of be a king, because they go into the Western world and you just get your clothes, you got your gun belt.
Yeah, and then they assign you different hats. If you're good, you have a white hat. If you're bad, you have a black hat.
Black hat, yeah, and Yeah, everyone's a robot there apart from like who visits. So you can just fit the whole town just completely made just for this. And something goes wrong, like typical fucking dystopian future.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Shit goes wrong, the computer malfunction, and all the robots start attacking people.
And then they have a shootout.
It's fucking Skynet all over again, isn't it?
It was before Terminator.
The good old Yul Brynner starts fucking coming after Josh Brolin.
Yeah, his father.
The father, what's his name?
James
Brolin.
Yeah.
Yes, James Brolin and someone.
I don't know who else is in it.
I can't remember, but yes.
But there's a shot where it's from the perspective of Yul Brynner, and he's looking around, and you see 2D CGI for the first time.
Okay.
And then for the sequel, Future World, it's like got a shot of Peter Fonda's hand to his face. Like they did 3D CGI for that. I don't know why, but I'll have to re-watch that film and
I haven't seen that. So I haven't seen the sequel.
Yeah, it's alright. Like it's good. It's good, but
it's interesting how like the first film to do CG, a form of CG, got a sequel that no one even fucking knows.
Yeah. Because
right under the rug.
There was Future World, and then like after that, because that was in the late 70s, and so like CGI took off from that. Heaps of directors started doing stuff. And then you had Terminator.
A lot of it, because a lot of it you see a lot of directors just doing like one shot or two shots of the CG.
That's like Rear Window as well, with James Stewart falling out the window.
Yeah.
You can totally tell that like it's just him on a computer, just like getting smaller as he falls down. Just small stuff like that. But then Luxo Jr., like this short Pixar film back in the 80s, late 80s, was like the first full short film for CGI. And that's when Pixar started with Toy Story and all that.
Yeah.
That short film was like the first film to use shadows through computer.
Okay.
Because it's like two lamps, like a mother and son or something.
Yeah.
And you just see like shadows on the floor and all that.
Okay.
And then Death Becomes Her. Remember that film?
No, fucking love that film. It's like the fucking holes inside of it, going on, big shotgun holes and going on, and fucking Mill Street. Twisted head.
There's a shot in that where I believe it's the first film to use human skin as well on CGI.
Okay. I think
I can't remember.
Like because when you see Meryl Streep fall down the stairs, do you see her twist her head? Or is it
I can't remember.
I'm just thinking of something else.
I can't remember that film. I haven't watched it in years. And then Toy Story became like the first animated film for all on like completely made on computer with no practicals, no camera work in frame and whatever. It's just all computer.
No boom mic coming from the fucking top.
I love that.
No boom shadowing.
I love those bloopers at the end.
Because
when I was a kid, I thought, oh, okay, so they actually cut out stuff, and and then as I grew up, I was like, oh, so they just made bloopers. Extra stuff. Like, how much time do they have?
You think, it's actually weird.
They could have saved all that money. But they just made
that's probably the best. I know that's why it's so great. Being the first animated film like on that sort of scale.
I mean, it changed.
Like sort of like computer animated.
Yeah.
And then just having bloopers and like, fuck, we got to spare 2 months. Having bloopers.
And it goes on for like 3 minutes. It's not like 5 shots. It's just it's pretty funny.
Love it.
And then The Matrix revolutionized CGI with bullet time and like the camera rotating around the person in CGI, and especially in Matrix 2 where Neo fights all the Mr. Smiths, like there's hundreds of them, and he's just...
They got to be... You can sort of notice that more like...
Or as the years go on.
Not more, but like... in the first one, it's good because it's just sort of like simple stuff. How like bullets just go through the water in the rain.
Yeah.
Like bullets going past one man is fucking. I'm just gonna call him Keanu Reeves. I love Keanu Reeves. They're going past him, just like little things like that. But when you got like the big Mr. Smith fight, you can see it so clearly that it looks a bit silly at sometimes.
Yeah,
you see the faces and all that.
If you watch,
it's happening like so fast. I feel like they only have a few like. A few like sort of edits to like or facial expressions like 2 seconds to make his face turn to this. And all that.
And then you have there's a shot in number 2 where Neo goes around the pole and he kicks everyone in a circle, and you can totally tell it's CG because the camera goes in and it's just Neo, and then you can tell like it's just green screen behind him. But no, like it was good for its time, but
you're right. It did sort of revolutionise.
Yeah, I mean after that, everyone started using CGI.
I think like the films got more CG too after a while.
Yeah, like that was the time. That was like around the same time as Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and then Star Wars happened before that. So all these franchises used CGI.
Yeah, and it's cool because I like how Lord of the Rings did it. How a lot of castles and places like Hobbiton is real. I've been there. No fucking.
Oh, bullshit!
I've been there. I got the ring. It's great, but fucking. I was got a lot of the places are miniatures.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And Peter Jackson did this back in the day with his older stuff. He did like miniatures and all that. And it's cool that he got like a whole bunch of. He probably got like 200 actors just to be orcs. But then using CGI, he just like duplicated that to make it look like there was 2,000 or whatever.
I mean that's
it's still cool. It still give a lot of people a lot of jobs, which is good. What I like. And
I mean that's what they did with Star Wars Phantom Menace, where there's like this. It's before the pod race, I think, or something. There's like this big crowd.
Yeah.
And you can tell there's heaps of extras in it because there's a famous actress in it. I think I can't remember who it is, but she was telling the story of how there's heaps of people, but they just had to edit it in the computer to make it look like a stadium.
Yeah. What? So, because I was thinking about Star Wars, because a lot of all the planes, X-Wings and all that shit, they're all miniatures. They filmed it close. The lasers that they use in the lightsabers, is that part of the CGI or is that?
Yeah, no, it's CGI.
Yeah.
Because they had like the actual handle of the lightsaber is all real. They had like a blue stick that would come up.
Just glue it really.
Yeah, they would just glue colours to it. And then in post they would just it's like a green screen but just for like a stick. And so you can just get that glow and all that.
And it would have been the same for lasers and
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
And then pretty much like because The Force Awakens used heaps of practical effects besides the space battles and all the flying and all that. But pretty much everything's like all the explosions, all the set pieces.
Yeah, when they get raided in that little island in the corner of the beach or whatever it is.
Yeah. Like that's all practical and all that. So JJ really did outdo himself with practical stuff.
JJ's good.
He's good. He always sticks to. He always focuses on the story first, and he likes to make everything feel real.
Yeah.
Rather than going out.
Yeah.
No,
for sure.
It's good.
It's good.
And then you have.
He fucked up with Lost though.
I mean, he's good when he sets up stuff and he's like the first 4 seasons, but then it just goes off the rails.
He's good at setting things up, but when you put it in someone else's hand, you're just like, oh no. Don't take this back. Sorry, contract says you're out.
Because we can see, we'll see how he finishes off Star Wars because he's doing episode 9.
Okay.
And that's supposed to back up the story.
He's like, thanks, Jay. Fucked it for me, Cap.
Oh god. But now you have heaps of films doing CG. like
Yeah.
Blade Runner 2049, all these sci-fi films. Annihilation used CG with lights and
Oh yeah,
the
Marvel
sun and
stuff
all that.
and shit.
Yeah, Marvel, DC.
Mm.
It really is sad that it's so popular, but
And it's really weird how you always how was it one of the Wolverine films? How it's like really bad CGI for the claws.
that was with X-Men Origins.
Yeah, and you just think how that's like
It looks
fucking retarded.
Yeah, it looks
but, like,
all
the
plastic.
first 3 X-Men films, they're pretty cool. You don't worry about them, and later on, it was just that one film. It's like, did they just lose 20 grand for or something?
Because the first 3,
or did they rush it because that's why they look so shit?
Because the first 3 X-Men films make the claws look realistic and dark and all that, and then for the one that you're talking about, like the claws look fake, like it's just plastic stuff.
Exactly.
You can tell it's shiny, like you can't. There's no reflection. There's nothing.
Why don't they use? This is the thing. Why don't they use the same claws as they did for the first fucking 5 films before this one?
And then that whole film was
really weird.
That whole film was bad CGI, with Deadpool in it, with like the lasers and
I haven't even seen it.
And then you have Sabretooth with Liev Schreiber.
Liv's cool.
He's good, but there's a shot of him towards the end,
like
and you can
jumping in the air.
Yeah,
looks like fucking fucking hell. Like, you can use wires, people.
I know. No, it's just,
fucking hell.
It's just bad.
Give a stuntman a job.
It's just bad. But like the best use of CGI is probably going to be like Zodiac, where it's subtle. It's a subtle CGI to make it look like the 70s and 60s.
Though you do notice that in a lot of films, so they do it like with fucking Times Square or whatever. They can't really like close that down and shit. Like, so they just like get the studio, have built like half the buildings, get a few cars, and then just like CGI the rest.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's things like that. I don't fully like CG, but I can understand that like there's some points where you might need to use it for stuff like that.
Yeah, you can't always shoot.
I mean, like
on location.
And it's cool because of there's 2 examples: Jurassic Park and District 9. And they use both, and it sort of works. Like District 9 is fucking brilliant for a sci-fi film, and you notice the CGI, but
it doesn't pull you out of the film.
Yeah, it's sort of like because it connects nicely and smoothly.
Yeah,
with it
suits the universe that they've built.
Yeah, and same with Jurassic Park. How they got like fucking made dinosaurs and shit.
Yeah, like it's all practical.
And then you see the fucking what's the big ass Tyrannosaurus?
Right, T-Rex. Yeah.
No, not T-Rex. The fucking long neck guy. What's his name?
Oh, the Brontosaurus.
Yeah. Long neck dude. Yeah, that's all CG and all that, but it's still cool.
Yeah.
It's alright. I mean, that's fucking, what, 80?
93.
93.
Yeah, it was good for its time. Yeah. And it was ahead of its time as well. But now you have Jurassic World 2 and all that, and it's just all CGI. There's no practical stuff.
Yeah, and I thought of this today, and I feel like it's sort of that Hollywood thing of budget cutting, because a lot of money would go into like making dinosaurs and shit.
Yeah, it's.
But I think most of the budget would go for actors and crew pay.
Yeah.
And marketing.
Yep.
That's like nothing else.
Exactly. Because it's easier to. I mean, it's cheaper to do CGI.
Yeah.
And it's easier, and even though it's time consuming, it's less time consuming than prac. But now we've reached a point where the marketing and the hype before the film is more important than the film itself.
Yeah.
Like with Marvel, DC.
A lot of times, yeah.
Star Wars. Like you get 4 trailers, you get 5 TV spots.
Yeah, you get a lot of fucking trailers. It's retarded. Teaser, you're not... First trailer, second trailer, and you're like, mate, I've watched the film.
And then you have, like, some trailers have a thing where it's 5 seconds at the start, where it's a teaser for the trailer. They show 5 different clips really quickly, and then they show the title, and then they show the trailer, and it's just like, what's the point of showing this if you're going to show me this later? It's like,
yeah, movies.
But if you watch,
sometimes movies have too many trailers.
If you watch, every film has too many trailers. Should have one or two. That's about it.
One. You could do like a 30-second teaser where it's just like fucking half.
Or just one scene, like that doesn't spoil anything.
Yeah, exactly. Even if it's just like, I can't always say it made up like what Deadpool does. He just like talks shit for like.
Just like create stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, and it's like, oh, there's something coming. You're like, sweet, and then you get the one trailer, and fucking that's what you're stuck with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people aren't happy. Fucking millennials who ruined it.
Yeah, because they always want something to watch.
I'll slap them. Something to watch. Fucking Europe's been making films for 100 years. You got fucking something to watch, mate.
But with CG, it's come to a point where I reckon 95% of the films being made today use CG. Even in the shitty comedies, like if you watch Click or those stupid comedies back in 05.
Adam Sandler. If you watch Adam Sandler, you can totally see.
But with like, because I watched Click last week or something, because it was on, and I thought, why not, just to waste time.
Waste time.
And so, like, that film has more CG than I thought. Just like stupid, useless stuff, and it's just pointless, and I just can't comprehend. I can't fathom why films like that get made.
It's cheap and easy. It's gonna make money because somehow people still watch Adam Sandler. Don't know how. I don't know. It's just like, I think people just like the fact of switching off. It's a switching off. I'm like, I don't want to think for 2 hours. I'm going to see some Adam Sandler.
So bad. But then you have like another worst use of CG is with Justice League with Henry Cavill's Superman mustache, which is like, couldn't you just film it later on and just save the film instead of just hurting the film and wasting money on this pointless.
It's all fucking Marvel and DC. They're all trying to fight each other.
Yeah, I mean,
the best film, like, make it.
You can totally tell that
no one cares.
DC's trying to catch up to Marvel and all that.
So that fucking mustache is going to be remembered as for a long time.
And it's the first scene. It's the first scene.
Like, it's like the first scene is the last thing they filmed or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, come on, people.
It's the first scene is a kid filming Superman, and he's talking to Superman, asking him questions on the street.
Children.
And Superman's just answering like a good police officer that he is.
Surprised no one's fucking figured out who's it.
Just put on glasses.
Glasses or not? It's like, well, this is 2017. He's probably wearing fucking contacts. Oh look, a gust of wind just blew his fringe to the other side. It's Clark Kent! As if that cunt never flies through wind to fucking... He's got some strong gel. I want to know what gel he wears.
He's got like strong bones. He's probably got strong hair molecules.
He drinks a lot of milk, doesn't he? Fucking hell.
But no, like CGI has taken over completely. Even with Jaws 3, if you go back and watch that, the one with Dennis Quaid, because it was made for.
And you see the fucking going through this. I remember that. Come on, Dennis.
It was made for 3D, so that's why the shark's coming out. Of the
3D times.
Oh,
fucking hell!
And then you have. Do you remember Anaconda with Jennifer Lopez and all that?
See, that's another thing of like CG and prac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
obviously you got a big snake fucking...
They could have done that with practical, though. I don't get why they have to do CGI. You just need like a robotic thing, like like Jaws.
Yeah, it's really weird how they make the whole fucking snake a robot, but like when it's a close up of the snake's face, it's like, no.
I know.
Like, we made a snake for you, man.
No.
Well,
they could have just done like what Jaws did, where you have people holding the snake underwater And then for the close-ups and all that, you get a real animal, and you just continue to do that. But you know, it's just pointless.
But yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, pros.
Pros of CGI. I'm gonna catch my breath. I'd say it makes it more realistic with the camera work.
Does it?
Because you can move around people. Does it?
Does it really?
Because you can move the camera and you can just do more stuff with like the dynamics. And if you want to do like an action scene, you can have the car there with the green screen, and you can move the car around. I mean, move the camera around to make it more
you
better.
Mean it makes it more,
and it's easier to do. Yeah,
instead of realistic, it's more easy to film things.
Yeah. I mean, it's more easier.
That's true. Yeah,
and
it is easy to film things with CG.
Like if you watch the car chase in Bullet, it's just the camera on the tripod for different wide shots and all that. It doesn't really like track or, you know, there's no motion with the camera, which it doesn't need to. I'm just saying that if you wanted to do a CGI thing, you could move the camera.
Is a big thing too. Yeah, I mean,
it's sort of like Baby Driver.
I mean, but they do still do that sometimes because you do. I mean, you can always sort of like just speed it up in post and just like have the car you film drive behind a fucking truck and the guy's like on a scaffold like. It's done before, and he's just
but that's practical. That's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't really do that because it's. I don't know. It's probably harder.
Dangerous. Fucking LHS.
And
pros or cons?
Cons. Lazy filmmaking is probably number one.
Can look
like
very bad.
Exhibit A, Justice League with Superman's mustache.
Anything from the 90s.
Anything from the 90s. Yes.
It's fucking 90s. Terrible.
That's what the 90s were like classified as bad CGI.
Grunge and bad CGI. Everyone was just fucking angry. I think
it can hurt the film as well. Like you can get pulled out of the film if there's bad CGI, like Jaws 3 or something. Because that's not a bad film, but with the CGI, that's a bad film. It's a bad film.
I don't know what happened. Why did they just do that shark from Jaws 1?
Oh, I don't know. Because Spielberg didn't direct that film, so like it's just a whole.
Well, Spielberg just kept it in his fucking garage. Like, no, my shark, fucking Jew.
I don't think he didn't even direct number 2, so he probably just fucked off, and a whole new team just came in, and like that's the thing.
Did he direct Jurassic Park 2?
Yeah. Oh, number 2?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
So he's not a sequel man.
No,
I think he's done a sequel.
No.
Oh, Indiana Jones.
Oh, well, yeah, he's done all those films. Yeah. He's done 3 sequels to that. And they're going to make another one.
Yeah, don't.
With Harrison Ford coming back. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
But like, don't.
Like Harrison Ford's done Star
Wars
now.
You know what they should have done? They should have continued the fucking young Indiana Jones. Because that was awesome.
Oh, in number 3? Yeah.
No, what?
In, like, when he was a child.
Yeah, like a TV show. Like
in the TV show.
Oh, I was fucking mad. Cool, man. What was it, the second one? Or the third one where you see River Phoenix as a young
that's number 3. I'm pretty sure.
That's cool seeing River as a young Indiana Jones.
He was good.
Man.
He was good.
It was awesome.
And then you have the son, Shia LaBeouf.
I fucking love Shia
LaBeouf.
LaBeouf.
He's going to make a biopic of himself.
It's fucking amazing.
He's going to direct it, and he's going to have someone play as him. And it's just going to be... It's going to be great.
I fucking love Shia so much. He's the best thing that happened to fucking Hollywood.
He's so good though. He's he's
a bad boy.
Fury.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to acting, he's good.
Yeah.
Like Fury.
Nymphomaniac.
Holes.
No, good at holes.
Good at holes.
Good at holes. Shia loves his holes. Digging at holes. Just like Charles Bronson.
He's a good actor, but yeah, he's a bit of a dick. Or he seems like it.
He's a bad boy.
We've never met him.
Bad boy for love.
What are the pros for practical.
Pro, one thing you know it's real because you can see it's in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it fucking.
It
doesn't distract you from anything because it's there.
And it never looks fake.
No.
It doesn't, like, if something...
It's hard to make something look fake.
Like, if something goes wrong in the shot...
Yeah, it would...
It just looks natural.
Mm.
It doesn't look like
I think that's,
fake.
yeah, because I always do the tests, like, especially with, I mean, you can always do the blood packs and, like, something exploding and whatnot, and you can always clean that up. There's sort of stuff that moves around, we'll just use the thing. That has to be, like, done with precision
Mm.
and all that, which is fucking very hard and sort of have, like, it has, like, a 1, maybe 2 shot use, or, like, we have to get this in the 1 shot.
Yeah.
And that's why most of it is really just a shot of the alien, especially in the fucking
Oh, in the first one? In Alien?
No, the thing.
Oh, the thing? Yeah, right.
As in the whole
The spider?
yeah, the fucking spider head and like, the jaws, like the stomach jaws, like.
And you see the head come out of with the long neck,
Yeah,
spine.
And
thing.
you notice that like 95% of those shots are all just the special effects.
Yeah.
In one frame.
Yeah,
just so you know you're fucking making sure it's doing it right.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, even back then,
Fucking masterpiece.
with The Thing, Alien, Jaws, all these practical effects films, like, that was back when you couldn't show
If
everything.
you had a CGI shark, people would still go fucking swimming the next day, but no one would go swim the next day after seeing a pro shark, you know?
And that's why you don't see the alien that much in the first one, in Alien.
So I like that.
Except for the ending,
Mm.
where you see, like, the close-up of him on the truck, I think, or something, or a cargo, and he
Alien?
killed... No, in the first one.
No, first...
Like, when
yeah,
someone's trying to get the
Alien.
cat,
That's right.
and you see, like, him, like, pouncing. Like, that's the first shot, the clear shot that you see him.
Mm.
But yeah, like, all those films, like, you don't see the villain. You just have that mystery and the suspense.
Yeah.
And
People are still... I know people sort of like say there's like bad prac. I'm like, it's not bad, but when you watch the first Terminator and how like Schwarzenegger's doing his like eye surgery in the mirror,
yeah.
you see like the whole robot. I'm like, it's kind of cool. I mean, you know it's fake, but like still they've done a good job of getting like a whole fucking like shoulder up of Schwarzenegger just fucking mechanical going and like
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem that bad, like, because it's actually, I'm just changing my mind. It's fucking brilliant. It's fantastic. And the reason is because people forget he's a fucking android. So obviously he's going to be moving, like, shaking like a fucking android.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that works perfectly. There's the whole eye surgery, it's just like him twitching and not looking real. It's like, well, yeah, he's a fucking endoskeleton.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello.
Like, if you damage the computer, it's just going to bug and it's just going to play up.
Exactly.
It's not going to play right.
Don't watch porn if you unless you've got antivirus, people.
Do you reckon Arnold Schwarzenegger could just play porn?
I wonder if you like just upload him with fires
Like-
and they'd be like, ah!
Like, he plugs his finger in the computer.
Those fingers like porn. That gives himself an electric shock.
Oh, God. That's the plot of the next one.
Oh, please.
Linda Hamilton becomes a porn star.
How do we destroy Skynet? I'll just give him porn.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Can the CIA handle porn? I don't know.
Um,
Also, another pro, with all the gore and all that, the reason, not the reason, the pro of it, how do I word this? It's that fucking good that censors go after the film. Because back in the day, censors think this is all real and all that shit. And like, no, this is practical effects.
what do you mean censors?
Like, the censor board, the people that fucking...
Oh,
yeah,
right.
censors.
Right. I was thinking of, like, our censors, like site and
No, no.
I was like, what?
No.
No, but I get you. I
Yeah,
get
the
you.
whole fucking the census board, old 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds,
Yeah.
going like, nah, this is real, or this will corrupt people, children's minds, and all that crap.
Yeah.
They're going on about these horror films. I'm like, no, it's practical effects. It's not real.
Yeah.
But like these fucking people have in their mind that it sort of is, and that's a fucking pro of why practical effects is awesome, because it's pretty.
It's so real.
It's done that fucking well that some simple-minded people go, wait a minute, hold up here.
I mean, that's the beauty of film, where it seems realistic.
Fantasy world, people, film.
And it's an uncanny valley of,
Mm.
is this fake or is this actually happening?
Mm. Exactly.
Like, I don't feel that all that often right now because of all the CGI and all the, like, stupid plots, and it's all the same plot nowadays.
Rehashed.
But yeah, like the 60s and 70s were like the golden era of prac films, as well as 80s.
Sure, because it's sort of like just died out because of all the film noir. It was all like westerns and war films and just detective gangster films.
Yeah.
Like the 40s all the way up to the fucking 60s, 70s. And then it just started to get into horror and sci-fi, really. Right after Star Wars, Future World and all that.
Yeah, and then
Westworld.
And then after
Logan's Run and shit.
After 05 or something, all these stupid comedies came out, and they're still making them.
No,
like that's the trend.
Them.
But even in those comedies, you have CGI. Like the new one starring Mila Kunis and what's her name? The girl from SNL, Kate McKinnon, the blondie, who does Ellen DeGeneres and Hillary Clinton and all that. She was in Ghostbusters, the blonde chick. Yeah, well,
No,
search up later. But like that, I saw the trailer for that film.
I only watched 70s SNL.
Oh, that was great. Will Ferrell with Celebrity Jeopardy.
No. He's good.
No, but in that film, I saw the trailer, and it's like a crime comedy.
Okay.
And you like, even that film has CGI, and it's just like, why do you need CGI? Just do practical stuff. But
simple things, yeah. The con, actually.
Yeah, is there a con for?
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's time consuming.
It is time consuming, but like also a pro is it gives people work in the film industry. It gives a lot of people work and all that. It is. Because fucking CGI is on computer, so it's easy, it's cheap, but you just have to pay for your internet bill.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but practically you have to be spending it costs money and all that, and I don't think a lot of people want to do that.
And then
unless you're like sort of like a die-hard horror fan, then when you make horror films, you want it to be done.
And especially with Dunkirk and all that, like all that practical stuff. If you do like an explosion scene and it's practical, you're gonna have to get another bomb or another
plus there's a lot
explosive.
of fucking OHS and shit involved. Because if you do an explosion, you have to fucking evacuate everyone 6 blocks down the road and all that crap.
Yeah.
Then it can be expensive and it takes a while to get stuff ready. Like, I mean, that's why a lot of effects people, they always have like. Well, especially for the big films like Narnia and Lord of the Rings, they always have like a fucking half a year or like 8 months or whatever to like make all these
like that's Star Wars
monsters and all that, like all the orcs and fucking whatnot.
Yeah, Star Wars takes like a year for post or a year and a half or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's ridiculous.
But con. What else is a con for prac?
It's just time consuming and expensive.
Yeah.
And then you're taking a big risk with it as well.
Yeah, exactly. So you can always do like prototypes as well.
Yeah.
Like that does take time, and that will take away some of your team members to make a prototype to see if that will work. Yeah, and make it the right way, and you use the prototype or whatever, and say, oh, okay, we'll do this, will this work, and whatnot.
Yeah, because with CGI, if you just want to do a scene or something, and you do it on your computer, you can just delete that, then start over, and like 2 seconds with an interval of 2 seconds, you can just do it again.
Yeah,
but with Prac,
so,
you have to wait longer.
You have to sort of like, if that arm's not moving that way, you have to figure out why.
Mm.
You have to sort of change bolts and nuts around and all that sort of stuff. But still, I think it's worth it.
Do you reckon Prac will ever become like a more common factor in films? Like as of now onwards.
Like grow bigger, you mean?
Yeah, like have a comeback as such. Or do you reckon CGI is going to,
No, I think CGI will grow a bit more. I think there will still be Prac, 100% Prac, because horror. It always goes to horror because horror uses the most Prac really, and there's always horror films coming out left, right, and fucking center. No matter how bad or good they are, they come out left, right, and center. And they could just give me like typical blood packs or like lash, like throat cuts and all that stuff, and they're always going to be around. Horror will never die because fucking horror is universal. There's always other stuff. Like some directors still enjoy Prac, like fucking Tarantino, Michael Bay still likes it. Christopher Nolan still does it.
Yeah. Scorsese as well, but he still uses. He does both.
Yeah, because he does because that's the thing. A lot of them would do both, especially for like. What I was saying, like we were saying before about like Times Square, they build like a quarter of the set or something, a third of the set, old cars, but it'll just add CGI to make it.
Because obviously you can't, you can't shoot on location.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Prac will always be there. Just sort of start. It might get not overshadowed. It might drop back just a little bit, but I don't think.
Yeah.
It just depends if all new filmmakers will want to use it or not. Really.
Because I really wish there were more people like Tarantino, Nolan, Villeneuve, all those directors that do practical stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, they're at that age, and they're at the age that they grew up with all the 70s, 60s, 80s stuff.
Yeah,
it's like fuck, that's amazing. I want to put that in my film.
Yeah. Did you end up watching Don't Breathe, the one that came out like 2 years ago? Yeah, because that uses both practical and CGI, where the opening shot is just like the big bird's eye view, and then it comes down to the guy walking on the street. So that's good CGI, and it's very subtle and it's very well done. Because it might be practical with a drone, I don't know, but.
I mean, that's the thing, you can use drones and shit. We've got drones now, you can use to fucking fly around the car or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, there are things to help you.
Yeah.
Sort of increase your filmmaking or whatever, if you want to call it like that. But yeah, I don't think Prac will die. There's always like new directors coming out that always want at least something that's real and then just add it on. And it might become less and less, but I think it will still be there. And
it's more fun to do Prac, I reckon. Like you can watch it in the moment, and if you do it on CGI, you just have like a character stand in front of a green screen, or he's looking at a tennis ball.
Yeah,
or something.
It's just
boring to watch.
Yeah, the whole fucking Ian McKellen like breakdown. I can't act like this because I'm talking on a fucking green screen. It's like, yeah, fair enough.
And he said like, I didn't do 40 years of acting just to do this or something.
Yeah, exactly. But he's got a point, and it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. If you are a dead person in a fucking film, you got blood all over you, you'd be like, fuck yeah, give me more blood. You enjoy that shit. You fucking. Everyone enjoys being a fucking dead body because you just walk around and go, hey, look at this. They just fucking look at the cut of the phone and go, hey, watch this. And blood trickles out. Like, everyone fucking enjoys it.
It's great.
It's good.
So yeah, after all that, I think we both pick CGI.
Do you have your final statement for CGI? I got my final
No,
statement.
I don't actually. CGI stands for creating generic
idiots.
Idiots, yeah. That's exactly what it is. What's your closing statement?
My closing
Judge.
statement. This is why
Judge, jury, and executioner.
It fucking is really. I thought it's not that happy.
Took a
This
lot.
is after all the pros and cons. The reason why special effects will always be better in CGI.
Here we go.
It's because of movie magic. It creates movie magic.
But that doesn't make any
Yes,
sense.
fuck off, it does, cunt. No one would have fucking loved E.T. if he was CGI. Everyone fucking hated Yoda when he was CGI. In the 70s, he was brilliant. It's fucking movie magic. Of all the things, like, fucking, what's the cunt's name, Brian, the big dog and
Never End Story?
That's beautiful. It was just fucking... it's movie magic. It creates movie magic. That whole fucking scene in the Doctor's film, in the thing, perfection. Jeff Goldblum being a fucking fly and walking the walls. Fucking perfection.
I love
Paul, it's fucking magic. I'm telling you, it's movie magic.
I love how now you get like 20 examples of when you try to bury me.
I'm not burying you, I'm burying Siege.
Yeah.
But it fucking creates movie magic.
I was just expecting like a Shakespeare sonnet
I don't like Shakespeare.
from like your closing statement. I thought it was going to be like this grand life motto thing.
It's movie magic. Creates movie. See, fucking special effects. Mate,
Scorpion King, that's movie magic.
get fucked. It's movie magic. Alright, I'm telling you right
I
now.
mean, I can't disagree. I was just expecting something better. Only joking.
And you. It's fucking brilliant. No, if you fucking... Those Ewoks were fake.
E-works.
Ewoks. No, those Ewoks. Probably like Boston talk. Those Ewoks were great. It really is.
It is. No, I can't. I don't disagree.
That whole fucking rocket in the moon in the eye. That's
Yeah.
really magic.
Yeah.
Damn. Especially for
great.
fucking... What is it, 97?
97?
What?
What did you say?
The fucking voyage to the moon, the rocket in the eye.
Yeah, I thought you said 1997.
Nah.
Oh, that's what
I'm
I
not
thought.
that retarded. No. I
Was it 37?
37? Fucking hell.
Wasn't it?
No?
Yeah.
Fucking...
I don't know dates.
Gee,
I don't know
mate,
dates.
you're about 30 years old.
I don't know my birthday.
Fucking hell. I don't know anyone's birthday. Facebook tells me and I'm like, nah, it's not. You're on Facebook.
Speaking of Facebook, if you want to like our Facebook
No!
page, what a segue!
That was a good segue. I did not even think about that. Yeah. So, practical effects win because it's creates movie magic.
It's just better.
It fucking is.
It's better.
Fucking better.
CGI can go burning hole
Burning the hell.
unless you're doing an animated film like Anomalisa. Oh, Anomalisa. Or Anomalisa is, as I should say, because it's an anomaly, not an anomaly. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, those films. If you do stop motion and all that, even that's practical. Stop motion films like Fantastic Mr. Fox and the new one, Isle of Dogs.
Exactly. All fucking Wallace and Gromit, all the claymation stuff.
Yeah.
See?
Mr. Crumpet.
Except Harvey Crumpet is the best. I fucking love Harvey. So he's good. See? Go with practical people. If you just watch CG films, I don't like you.
That's great.
I
Beautiful.
don't like you. I don't care.
But please like us. Please like our Twitter page.
You don't have to like me as a person, though. As long as you just like the page.
You can like one of us.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do it. Yeah, 50% chance of being liked.
Like Bella didn't like Jacob or Edward in Twilight.
No.
She just
Fucking
did her own thing.
What's her name? Bella didn't like the beast from the start, but you know, she grew into him after a while. It's alright.
Alright. If you don't like our Twitter page, Breaking TFW, Facebook, The Fourth Wall. Links will be in the description. Can't even talk.
Where do you live in Menominee? I live in the Menominee.
Subscribe on here as well. And anything else?
Oh, we don't have Twitter.
Yeah, we have Twitter. I just did Twitter.
Oh,
We don't have Instagram.
yeah, that's done. Anything else? Fucking
Close it off. Say something grand. Say a movie quote. Say a
live long and get fucked.
beautiful.
Nah, take it easy. Whatever. Talk to you soon. Talk to Michael soon. Listen soon enough.